SGA election season is now underway. Find out what some candidates are planning for the upcoming school year, and remember when we told you about the GSU Commencement Center? We have reactions to what some students are saying about the new facility. All that and more coming up on this episode of Panther Report News. Good evening, I'm Kevin Sanchez, and welcome to another episode of Panther Report News. The Student Government Association held the annual election debate this Tuesday and Wednesday. Panther Report was there to hear from the platforms of those who are running for next year's SGA officer positions. Candidates took center stage for 2 days for the positions of President, Executive Vice President, Speaker of the Senate, and Senator. They tackled concerns from campus safety to the appreciation of students on campus. Candidates also said they would like to focus on parking, better food options, and address the decrease in student attendance. With the debate over, now follows voting. Beginning on Monday, March 26th, you can cast your vote for your favorite candidate on Panther Involvement Network, also known as PIN. Voting ends at 11:45 p.m. Wednesday, March 28th, and results will be announced on Tuesday, April 3rd. Polling stations will be placed around various campuses, so visit sga.gsu.edu/get involved to find a station near you. This GSU stadium is about to get a next-door neighbor. GSU is planning to build an 8,000-seat facility for sports and commencement. Reporter Erica Glass spoke to some students who were excited about the upcoming project.
Georgia State students may be looking forward to a new Convocation Center.
The location of the center would be on a former parking lot along Capitol Avenue at Fulton Street. There is no blueprint for the Convocation Center as of now. However, it's expected to seat at least 8,000 people.
We want to stress it's going to be a multi-use facility so that we can use poly around and not specifically here at Breana.
The Convocation Center will have athletic events, conferences, commencements, and concerts.
Well, I guess it would make sense if it's close to Turner Field, having all the sports events over there.
Construction for the Convocation Center could take 2 to 3 years, but students seem excited by the announcement.
I think expanding the campus and having more facilities brings value to the school.
I think it will attract more students to Georgia State.
Budgeting is still in the works. We'll keep you updated on any new details. Reporting across from Georgia State's Blue Lot, I'm Erica Glass with Panther Report.
The month of March is known as National Women's Month. Organizations such as SGA decided to shed a light on certain topics and host events about women's issues. Reporter Breana Lewis went to the event Atlanta, Sex Trafficking, and You about the growing issue of sex trafficking in our community.
In honor of Women's Appreciation Month, Senior Alondra Hernandez of Student Government Association has put together Week of Women. Today we talk about sex trafficking and youth, how it could affect GSU students. So let's come and learn more about this issue.
Student Government Association partnered with H.E.R to help bring awareness to sex trafficking. Organizer Christine Eddy wanted to do this event because the issue was not a topic that is talked about.
Sex trafficking is something that I really don't know much about because that's not something that's widely talked about in Atlanta. Like, you just hear like, oh, sex trafficking is big in Atlanta, but that's it. We don't understand why is it big. Like, how does it happen? How do these girls get into it?
This event was inspired due to lack of necessary feminine products in GSU women's restrooms. Chair of Student Services Committee, Alondra Cruz, sheds light on the problem women face on campus.
I was really surprised when I found out that like 200 to 300 women or victims of sex trafficking are affected every month. And to me, that's a huge number. Like every month, that's crazy. If you do the math, that's like thousands a year. And that's only in one location, which is Atlanta. Not even to mention like Chicago, New York, California. Like there are so many other cities and states where this is a problem. And so today when I was sitting there, I was just like, this is crazy that this happens literally right here where I live.
Cruz also shares the importance of representation of people in those communities.
And people in power think it's a minority issue. It's like something that minorities should only have to deal with, or poor people, it's a poor people problem. And because our government and our positions of power aren't diverse, there aren't minorities in those positions, then nobody from those communities can come and tell people about the problems or do anything about it because we're not being represented.
Though this event may be over, sex trafficking is still an ongoing issue within our community. From Student Center East, I'm Breana Lewis for Panther Report.
Before we went on spring break, we passed International Women's Day. Reporter Chelsea Brown went to a luncheon with keynote speaker Stacey Abrams in Atlanta and has our coverage of the event.
March is the month to celebrate women throughout the world. The Atlanta Women's Chamber of Commerce hosted the 2018 International Women's Day Luncheon to promote the advancement of women in business, commerce, and leadership. Stacey Abrams, the first African-American female to run for the governor of Georgia, delivered the 2018 State of the Woman keynote address.
The message is that women need to speak up, to talk about the issues that matter, to show up to ensure that those in charge are doing something about it, and to stand up and run for office ourselves. Because when women are in power, the world changes. And particularly in the state of Georgia, this is the year that women need to speak up, stand up, and show up.
Hollywood celebrities created the hashtag Time's Up to stand against sexual harassment in the entertainment industry. Attendee Marissa Phipps vocalized her opinion on the hashtag.
In today's age, it means so many different things. It's time's up for change to take place in terms of disparity in pay among women and men. It's time's up for sexual harassment that you've been seeing taking place in Hollywood and also in the workplace. It's time's up to change what the numbers look like. You know, you have certain industries that are dominated by men, dominated by particularly white men, my industry, commercial real estate.
I'm excited that we are celebrating International Women's Day because it's about commemorating what women have done, celebrating who we are, but also challenging ourselves to do more to help transform the state of Georgia and make this nation and this world a place where our families can live and work and thrive and where prosperity is available to all.
This is Chelsea Brown with Panther Report.
Just in, Panther Report News has received word of who will headline this year's 2018 Pantherpalooza. Artists H.E.R. and Dram are set to take the stage this year, and artist White Panda is set to take the opening act. Tickets are now on sale, so check them out on Saturday, April 7th, and doors open at 5:30. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next week with another episode of Panther Report News. Feel free to follow us on Twitter at Panther_report and subscribe to our YouTube channel at GSTV Panther Report. I'm Kevin Sanchez. Have a great weekend.